What's up, traders? This is Matt with Conservative Trades. Hope everybody's doing all right today. We're ending the day in the green, up $104.76, and probably, I'll say around maybe, I don't know, 67, 70 bucks after fees and commissions. Didn't trade too much. I did try to take a couple more stabs at Boeing. You know, I tell you what, guys, it was a decent day for me, especially coming out of such a difficult time of trading this week. For those of you who have not been really following the channel, I'll just tell you that I've been slapped in the face by the market a lot here lately, so I'm just kind of taking this in strides. I'm trying to build my confidence back. I'm not trying to make too much, just trying to pack on tiny, small green profits each day. Again, I'm trying to build that confidence back up and cushion up my account again, so that I can start opening up and making bigger moves in the market. So as you can see here, left a lot of money on the table today, and I was even talking about it in the live stream today. I said, you know, watch this be the day that, you know, where I would normally be extremely short biased. Watch this be the day where I'm too cautious, I'm too careful, and everything just tanks and plummets. And sure enough, it has done just that. As a matter of fact, we can pull out the SPY here. You can see, man, just what a retracement back here. And this might be a little difficult to see with all these lines. I've got a lot of levels marked out here, but you can see very clearly. I mean, we pulled back a lot today, and you know, we were really only looking for it to come back to, you know, maybe the 20-day moving average. Of course, I did, you know, mention that it could come back maybe to this level right here, but it has actually come all the way back to where I drew out this trend line several weeks ago, or maybe I don't know, a week or two ago, roughly. But anyway, let me just kind of move this out of the way and show you what we're looking at on the intraday chart. So on the intraday chart, you can see SPY has just had a gradual sell-off all day long. We were, you know, kind of tapping on this level here. We tapped on it 4 times, finally broke, and it's just been a smooth downward move the whole time. And it would just be the thing for this to be the day that SPY just completely gets a massive sell-off. Any other day that I've expected SPY to get a sell-off, if it starts selling off, it ends up pushing up. Look at here. Back here, you can see the history here. You know, it started to sell off and ended up pushing up. Started to sell off, pushed up. Started to sell off, even broke through key levels, pushed all the way up here. You know, every time it looked like we were hitting these massive levels, even up here, you know, it looked like it was going to be a massive sell-off that day, but it just kept pushing. So, you know, when the market really just fakes you out that many times, it makes it very difficult to trade. I mean, it just does. And so I hate it, guys, because, you know, even if you look at this move here on Boeing, I mean, I was watching this move as it was happening, and I just, you know, I didn't expect to get this move, you know, but I could have taken 100 shares here and done very well on that trade. But, you know, it is what it is, guys. Again, you know, I've just got to get my confidence back. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I've got to get my confidence back. And so that's what I'm going to be working on today. I will go over the trades on, well, here, I'll show you AMD. Of course, Boeing, you know, we already kind of looked at that, but I'll go ahead and pull out my executions here on AMD, and I'll show you what trades I took this morning on AMD and what I was thinking. And as you can see, it was cracking VWAP. SPY looked weak. You know, I went short again, ended up having to stop myself out. I did go short here, went short again for the crack, and, you know, started piecing out, was averaging back in, finally had to get back out. So, you know, I was up. I was actually doing pretty well on AMD, but I ended up giving it all back and then some. So ended that down 14 bucks, not too bad. You can see we ended the day down about 18 bucks on Boeing, and then Delta was probably the best move of the day. Once again, called the top right here. We were having a pretty massive run up, and I noticed out of all the airliner stocks, Delta seemed to be the strongest, but it was kind of butting up against, you know, these areas here where right before the gap down. And I really just kind of started with a few shares. I started here. You can see I added again up here at the top. But I really would have liked to have added even further up, you know, if I could have taken a few more trades on that. But as you can see, it started coming back down. I got out some of my shares here, and then I went ahead and added again because I saw that it was just continuing with the weakness. It came down, I took a little bit of profit here, came up, I added again, and then took all or took most of my profits here and then got out the rest here. But then I noticed it spiked up and it came back down, got slammed back down. Again, SPY was looking weak, so I went short here, added in here, and then started taking a little bit of profit here, waited for this rundown, I took profit here, and this was the ultimate move I was waiting for, but it came back and stopped me out on my last bit of shares, and I hate that because right then it rolled over and finally made that move. And we really actually could have done much better than 136 bucks. I mean, this, I could have easily made, a buck 80, a buck 70, buck 80 off of that. So left a lot on the table there, and certainly by being too intimidated to take the trade on Boeing, there was a lot of money left on the table there. So again, guys, it's for me right now. I mean, the market's hot, and there's probably a lot of people who are just killing it and doing really, really well in these market conditions. And I hate that. I've had a really bad start to the month of June. May was an incredible month, did really well all through May. Only had 3 red days in the month of May, and every other day was green. It was a profitable month. It was really good. And for those of you who've been following the channel, you know that I came out the gates kind of swinging in June and just really took a beating, took a pretty bad beating, as a matter of fact. And in the last, these last couple of weeks here in June, I've almost all but given my May. I mean, I basically have given my May profits back. And so, if I was still rocking and rolling today, probably would have been a really good day, because this was very, very fitting for my strategy. But just this market has just been such a tricked out type of market. I really, I've just been blown away by the moves made in the SPY, and just even here. I mean, we've talked about it so many times on the channel, just this massive V-shaped recovery, and almost like this euphoric parabolic move back. It's almost like people are just trying to pretend that nothing ever happened, but our economy has been shocked. Our global economy has been shocked, and I don't think we've really felt it yet. But I'll tell you what, this is probably the most severe pullback we've had since this run up. Okay, and who knows what it's going to look like tomorrow when things open up. But and from a fundamental perspective, I mean, I really have not been too privy to any of the news that's broken out today. So there could be some information that I'm lacking as well. But here's the thing. This is either just going to be another healthy pullback, and it's going to continue in this state of euphoria. I'm telling you right now, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw out this disclaimer. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional financial advisor. And, trading and investing is considered high risk, and you do it at your own risk. And, anything you hear me say from here on out is just my opinion. And everything you ever hear me say on this channel is just my opinion. So let's just make that clear. But I don't see how with what's happened in our world and with what happened on such a global scale, I don't see how this is sustainable. I really feel like we are due for a much more healthy correction. And I think that this really has been a euphoric parabolic run up. And now like I said, could it continue to go? Yeah, absolutely. And we could break all-time highs. But at some point, I think in the months to come, I think businesses are really going to start to feel the effects of what has happened in our nation and in our world in the past several months. And again, it's election year. There's a lot of turmoil. I would say, here in the United States, things have not been stable. There's a lot of junk going on, guys. And, so, here's the thing. I'm a technical trader. Okay. I pay most attention to the charts and patterns, but all I'm saying with what I'm talking about today, all I'm saying is, this could be the beginning of the kind of pullback that we've really needed to have. Okay. But I don't know. And nobody knows. Nobody knows. At the end of the day, nobody knows. I mean, you can get the top-notch world's best analysts on this stuff, and nobody really knows, right? But I will say this. Tomorrow I'm going to come back into the markets, and I'm going to just try to not have any idea one way or the other about how this is going to go, because knowing me, this could even open up gap down here, and obviously it would look like a very bearish scenario, and then knowing me, I'll jump in going bearish, and the SPY will all of a sudden get bought all the way back up to here. Now on a Friday, you wouldn't typically expect that to be the case, but especially when, when there's any kind of correction, and especially if there is some kind of fundamental, news catalyst that has driven the markets down today. Again, I haven't been paying attention to that stuff, so I really don't know. I will do a little digging when I end the video here, and just later into this evening when I get into a little bit of my research. But typically if there is some kind of profit taking that's occurred just before Friday, and if the markets look like they're having some kind of a pullback, a lot of times people won't be buying into the weekend because they never know what's going to end up happening over the weekend. So, I wouldn't think that this is going to have a major buy up tomorrow. But again, I'm just going to do what I've been doing these last couple of days, and that is come into the market with no expectations, one way or the other. I'm probably not going to trade pre-market. I'm probably not going to trade the market open. I'll probably just, and if I do trade the market open, obviously it'll have to be on a really, really good setup, right? It'll have to be on a really good setup, and I will go in with super conservative share size. But other than that, I probably won't trade the market open. I will probably sit on the sidelines and just wait, at least for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes to clear out and see what's happening. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you all have been doing all right, and hopefully you guys were able to capitalize on some of this momentum today. And to those of you who are new to the channel, consider subscribing and consider joining us in the live stream. We stream live right here on the channel Monday through Friday, beginning around 9 a.m. And to all my regulars, shout out to you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow morning. Have a great night. Take care.